Hello everyone, we are from Group A. Let me introduce our member. The first member, there is Ahmad Fadin Alghifari with study number 158. And then the second member, there is Fajrin Izzatul Ummah with study number 162. And then the third member, there is Alisa Zahra with study number is 172. And then the fourth member, there is me, Merlina with study number 195. And then the last member, there is Septian Paradesa with study number is 198. So about our final project, we will critically observe about the impact of COVID-19 on cultural and communication focused on education.
In our poster, you can see the first picture. That's the picture of some students work in group and then become work individually. This shows that there are some changes in learning. Based on Hofstede's cultural dimension, collectivism or individualism, whereas Indonesians used to work in group, divide tasks, and always work together. But during the pandemic, we have started to change. We are now leaning towards individualism because of this pandemic. Every task given is always done alone. Even when we work in group, we must work alone.
The second picture on the poster indicates how this pandemic changes our large power distance. In our culture, we always follow our teachers or lecturers' instruction without a doubt. But due to some challenges in online learning, we often negotiate with our lecturers about the due date, assignment, and course schedule.
I will explain about the third picture on the poster based on the Hofstede cultural dimension in the third theory, or it is about uncertainty avoidance. But before the pandemic, student tends to have strong uncertainty avoidance because they are used to have structured assignment with detail and schedule tasks. But different after the pandemic, student tends to have weak uncertainty avoidance because they are used to have assignment that suddenly appear unplanned and unstructured.
At the time before the pandemic, in our manners, to respect our teacher or lecturers, we will shake hands or greet them. Shaking hands is a form of physical contact and non-verbal communication. And when speaking, we will look at the other person we are talking to directly, make direct for verbal communication. But after the pandemic, everything changed and the order of etiquette changed too. There was no more direct verbal communication, and there was no more etiquette for shaking hands with the teacher or rectors, and various other non-verbal communications. Both verbal and non-verbal communication are all carried out virtually via social media platforms and online. This relates to the theory of Hofstede power distance because before the pandemic, we tend to strong power distance, but after the pandemic, it was changed.
In conclusion, with our poster, we want to convey messages that this pandemic changed cultural and communication, our culture and the way we communicate in terms of education, especially in collectivism, individualism, power distance, nonverbal and verbal communication, and uncertainty avoidance cultural dimension.